Fantastic Four: First Steps. Marvel's First Family. We get the movie about Marvel's First Family, and another Fantastic Four movie. The
You know what?
best Fantastic Four movie.
Is it?
No. What it is Disney needs to stop with these live action remakes because they keep changing everything up from the originals. Now, like what Mr. Incredible is, it got like skinny, stretchy. It's the other way around, isn't it?
Huh?
Mr. Incredible is played by Pedro Pascal, huh? Mr. Fantastic. Yes, this is pretty much almost The Incredibles. But yeah, well, I mean, you have to remember, The Incredibles is pretty much the Fantastic Four, right?
Allegedly.
They kind of took it, but you have Marvel's First Family. Finally, like in the MCU, you have this really good self-contained story. It's a really small story, but told on a grander scale. It's a space story. You have Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, Johnny Storm, in an alternate Earth, Earth 828, in 1960, 4 years after they became the Fantastic Four. Where 4 years after they became the Fantastic Four, and they're now having to save the world from this coming threat, Galactus, who is coming to devour Earth. He is the Earth devourer. And they have to figure out a way to defeat Galactus to save their Earth.
But not kill him.
This movie was a lot. I thought this movie was very, very enjoyable. I had a great time with it. I think Pedro Pascal was really good in it, but I think who stole the show was
Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby. Vanessa Kirby was really good as Sue Storm. She did a good job as the Invisible Woman, and I think all four of them as the family unit is what worked very well.
I think they could have given a little more story or something like that.
There's a parallel between this movie and Superman, because this movie is 4 years into them being the Fantastic Four after they got their powers. So this is not an origin story, and neither was Superman, right? But where this one worked for me versus Superman is they still gave me a background. They gave, even though it was quick, they explained what happened. They kind of went through it. They gave me some fights. They gave me some background. Whereas in Superman, I just got a few sentences, maybe a paragraph. And I was able to be invested in these characters.
Well, that and this movie actually allowed the serious moments to build. You got to actually feel that emotion that's in there without a silly slapstick joke. Which, again, I didn't mind in Superman. Slappy. I like Slappy. But it's, I pay extra for that. But it's nice to have that moment where it's dramatic.
Yeah, so this movie allowed you to invest in the characters. I felt that I was able to really connect and root for the characters. Like Reed Richards, I know Reed Richards' power, right? Yes, he can stretch, but because he can stretch, his mind can also stretch. This is why he's so intelligent, right? He's a supercomputer. He can solve any problem. And Johnny Storm, you can also see Johnny is trying to be part of the team. Yes, he's all flying. He's the Human Torch. He's doing all this other stuff. But he's also trying to be part of the team in helping Reed solve these problems, right? He's trying to find this place in the team. They kind of show some of that. Ben Grimm, like everybody has a part in this team. And this is what they showed in the movie. And I think I liked everybody's piece in it. Like Ben was the muscle, right? Johnny's the speed. The Invisible Woman was kind of the shield and the heart. And altogether they became Captain Planet.
Powers combined. I am Captain Planet.
But I thought this movie was very well done. It looked great. The stylized 1960s Earth that they had.
Futuristic. Awesome. Kind of remind me of the Jetsons.
Yeah, and then Awesome Babies.
Oh, that's my biggest gripe
that
in this
baby
movie.
Was freaky, bro. What are you talking about?
That was my biggest gripe in this movie, was that disgusting CGI baby. It was like almost the Son of the Mask-esque.
They also had that the Indian credit card.
the Fantastic
right.
art didn't look that bad. It looked good.
No, it looked great. I kind of want one.
Yeah, but if we're
I mean,
talking about
I could-
discussing CGI, we're talking about the Son of the Mask, baby.
Oh, okay. Still talking about discussing.
I mean, because that's the only bad thing about the movie.
That was realistically,
Baby.
that's the only negative that I had in this movie was like when I'm watching it, especially there's a couple scenes in this movie that I'm like, oh, because Galactus looked great, right?
I think
Ralph
there's
Ineson, the dad from The Witch, that deep voice, like at times it looked like it wasn't even a CGI Galactus. It looked like it was him in a giant helmet, and when they zoomed into the face, like that CGI looked really, really good.
But there's some angles that made him look like short because the angle's this way, and it made it look like he had like short, stubby arms.
No. From what I remember, Galactus is supposed to be the size of a planet, right? His ship is the size of a planet. Like he devours planets, whatever. The Silver Surfer Shala Ball looked great, right? And I didn't mind that they used the alternate version, the female version of his wife, the Silver Surfer, and they told her backstory. I like that they told her backstory relatively quick, and we're gonna see 100%. You're gonna see them again. You're 100% gonna see them again somewhere.
That just means that when the Silver Surfer, the male version, comes out, people are gonna lose their shit.
Oh, they banging.
Cling, 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 cling.
Who's ringing the bell? It's crazy.
But I liked some of the things that I wish they wouldn't have spoiled is like the fact that in the trailers, right, is the fact that Galactus wants their kid, right? I wish they wouldn't have spoiled that. I wish that they would have kept that not in the trailers that Galactus asked for their kid.
The burst scene was cool.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool scene, like the zero gravity stuff that they did on the ship, and
that was another CGI plus right there. That whole section of them going to space,
doing that stuff in space, and like yes, it's a hyper stylized 1960 Earth 828, but them going into space, and it's similar to if you notice when they go into space, it's similar to what I think it's in Endgame. When when they all go into space and when Cap goes into space, or I think it's Cap that goes into space with them,
they go to
and you see them going to space, and when they go into like the warp hole, and you see the space in Cap's eyes, that's what it looked like to me. I was like, oh, it's very similar, but he figured out how to travel through space without going through warp holes. No, he figured out light speed.
Now the little details in those scenes though, when they went through what's light speed, or when he's shooting at her and it just keeps bending, that little nerd detail, I like it. Kind of made me like, ooh,
yeah,
like it made me give that Medea moment, like, oh hallelujah,
bro. This guy in Medea.
You're Medea. You're such a little bitch. Yeah, no, I think the whole cast in this movie it's a small cast. Like yes, you got Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, you got Joseph Quinn, Eben Moss, Baccarat. You have those guys, but you also have Paul Walter Hauser.
Did you say Baccarat?
Yeah. You have Paul
Walter. The game?
You have Paul Walter Hauser,
like the performer.
Mm-hmm. You have Paul Walter Hauser. You have Ralph Ineson. They cut out John Malkovich. But if you say for the post credits, the character he was supposed to play is the leader of the space is all those apes. The guy with the long beard. They cut John Malkovich out of the movie, but he was supposed to be in it. He's in the trailers, but he's supposed to be in it. They cut him out, but Julia Garner, she played the Silver Surfer. It's
Natasha Leone.
not that big. Not Natasha Leone. Not that big of a cast, and it's good. I thoroughly enjoyed the cast. Again, my only gripe is that CGI baby. But other than that, I thought they really showed off everyone's power in this movie.
I don't know. Just so when the thing gets a love interest, when they start making love, this is it like all rock, or I don't know. Just trying to figure out if it's rock hard or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll try to put that in there somehow.
But never mind.
One of the details that I noticed, though, did you notice their Baxter building is like the top of the Avengers Tower? It's in the same shape as the top of the Avengers Tower.
I did not
No.
pay attention.
I
Yeah,
didn't pay attention.
I noticed those small details when that, again, Paul
The
Walter
Mole Man.
Hauser. Yeah, Paul Walter Hauser.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Subterranean Mole Man, the Paul Walter Hauser character, and he has his whole
Not the Underminer.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's kind of the
R.I.P.,
whole
man.
thing. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. That's where the Incredibles got a lot of the stuff from the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, wasn't
Right,
weren't the Incredibles actually based on the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. A lot of them. Majority of the Incredibles story or the
Yeah.
Incredibles characters were based off of the Fantastic Four.
And just how
And-
they had Baby Jack, revive Mom.
Yeah. By the way, Michael Giacchino does the music for.
For the Incredibles, Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
in the Avengers, all the Marvel music. He directed Werewolf by Night,
Nice.
which hopefully we get to
No.
see more of.
No, wait, wasn't that Memo?
No, he
Dude,
directed.
Memo was in it. No, Memo didn't. Memo
No.
didn't do that.
No, Gael Garcia Bernal was in.
Yeah.
Memo had nothing to do with it.
I keep thinking about
'Cause you're
Memo
stupid.
doing something.
You gotta be stupid.
First off,
Hey, man, that was aggressive.
But yeah, no,
I'm just-
I liked
I'm just
the
glad
fact
that they made the movie, that they actually made a movie, not just threw a bunch of images on the screen and try to like appease children and people with
Mhm.
simple minds. But they made a movie that actually
made sense.
the Fantastic Four
made
movie.
sense. It was slow. They took their time with the story, and I actually appreciated that. Going back to formula, I think that's what they
They
did
s-
with the other ones. With like
yeah,
the
they spent their time and they didn't fall into the hey, it's a multiverse movie. Let me throw all the multiverse stuff in and let me throw all these
Mhm.
other characters
No.
in it. It's self-contained. It's a smaller story. But it's on a big scale. Yes, it's a bigger scale.
Yeah,
But the way that they told it, the way it was acted, the way it was written, I can see why they chose this director, Matt Shankman, to do X-Men.
Mm.
Right? I can see why they chose him to help facilitate the X-Men story.
he might actually be able to build a nice world in which mutants exist, and still keep it and like keep focus on it with a larger picture in the background. I like that.
Yeah, because if you think about it, look, Galactus is about the same size, or maybe he's way bigger than what a Sentinel would be like, but it's on par with what X-Men would be fighting. But I really did enjoy this movie. I'll watch it again. My viewing experience wasn't the best the first time around, so I definitely will be watching it again. I think this movie merits another watch. I think it was enjoyable, and the post-credit scenes were good. They lead into other stuff without showing too much, without giving you a lot. But I think now with what you're piecing together with Thunderbolt, you're not really starting to see what Doomsday is going to be about or what's happening in it, but you're starting to get some sprinkles of it.
You're piecing some puzzle pieces together. Just like
You're starting to get sprinkles. You're starting to get something.
like all these movies are like the build characters. You buy one character, but you get the little piece of something. So it's
Yeah.
cool. I like that the Russos actually filmed those scenes. There's scenes that they filmed and put into movies like Thunderbolts. That scene with the ship, and then the one with the kid and the green cloak. Yeah, those are
Doom.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I highly recommend the Fantastic Four. It's a really well done
Even
movie.
though it said they're not going to appear until Doomsday,
Yeah.
until Avengers.
It says they'll be back for Avengers Doomsday.
And they can't tell you if they're gonna be in post credits for other movies, or can
They'll just be back in
It mi-
Doomsday. If you guys saw Fantastic Four, let us know what you guys thought in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And on that note, this has been Vinny.
Is Ozzy
And
We'll see you guys next time.
Baby Jack?